This lecture is about motivation and engagement, which are the building blocks of any performance. When we look at the famous AMO model, which combines abilities, motivation, and opportunity, we can easily see that motivation is an essential element when we want people to perform to the best of their abilities. Abilities consist of knowledge, skills, and all sorts of elements that contribute to one person being capable to do the job, while on the other hand, opportunity opens up interesting projects, good leadership, good working conditions, resources that you need to do the job, and all of this is needed for high performance. However, high performance cannot happen if a person is not motivated. When we discuss motivation, it is very important to understand that motivation consists of both internal and external forces, which leads us to some behavior. And this behavior, it's not only important that it leads to certain goals, that we have the desired activities that are leading to goals, but it's also important that this behavior is persisting over longer periods of time, because it is very easy to be motivated for a short period of time. However, the real challenge is how to sustain motivation over a longer period of time. If we want to be doing something, we certainly need to be motivated, to be moved to do the behavior. And motives are something that motivates us from inside, and they are based on our needs and desires. However, there is also external motivation that comes from incentives, that come from the environment. For example, our bosses offering some rewards for what we do, our boss is motivating us with some recognition or incentives that are part of our job. When we look at what motivates employees, there is a lot of theories, and one way to summarize all of these theories is maybe to look at Daniel Pink's book Drive, in which he describes what are the main elements of motivation and also discusses how important is money as a motivator. And he recognizes that money is important when it comes to routine assignments. However, when it comes to more cognitive assignments, which are the crucial part of everyday's job nowadays, money loses the motivational power, and then it becomes really much more important that we have some clear purpose in what we are doing, that we have the autonomy, the freedom to decide what we will do and how we will do it, and also that we are getting better and better in what we are doing, so that we have constant development, and this is called mastery. So what is also important to mention that each person has different combination of motivational drivers. That's why to create motivation in organizations usually presents a real challenge for its leaders. But when we look at it, it's not enough to be motivated. We want people to do something more. We want people to actually care about organization. And this is then the next stage, which we call engagement. Without motivation, of course, there cannot be any engagement. But engagement is defined in a more broader sense, because it really is linked to the emotional commitment that employee has to do towards the organization and its goals, which means that these employees who are really engaged are willing to do something extra. They want to perform at a higher level, and they want to be really contributing to the positive future of the organization. One element that can help a lot in building both motivation and engagement is recognition, which is an activity through which people express appreciation for each other's values and contributions. And what is really important to understand that when we are recognizing performance, it's all about the perception of the receiver. They have to see it as something that is valuable to them. And this cannot be only money, sometimes it is, but in many cases, it can be simply a praise or acknowledgement that somebody is doing a good job, seeking input from them regarding decisions that we are making, sharing information, or expanding participation to other people, involving them in decision making, or even taking a personal interest, like simply saying happy birthday when somebody is celebrating. There is no motivation without self-motivation, so we need to understand what motivates us, what is our personal mission, what do we want to achieve in life, so that we have a reason and strength to complete a task even without challenging, without giving up, or needing another person to encourage us.